the hell? Yo, what is the deal, everybody? What is the deal, everybody? Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Salute to everybody in the chat, y'all. Salute, Nation. It is a draft day. Oh, my God, y'all. I mean, let me tell y'all something. I haven't been this excited in so damn long. I haven't been this excited in so long, man. I don't know what to do with myself, y'all. I don't know what to do with myself. I had to fix everything, y'all. I got to fix my background here. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. My God. My Lord, man. Oh, my gosh, man. We're going to break down the pre-draft stuff. But, you know, it's funny, man. But before we get into the pre-draft sickness, man, I just want to let you guys know that this stream is brought to you by Prize Picks, man. It is America's #1 sports pick application. You know, Prize Picks is a daily fantasy sports platform. And I'm going to tell y'all something, man. This really is something that you really need to get into. It is the best way to watch live sports, man. And new users, play $5, get $50 in lineups, and download the app. When you do, use the code HMA. The link is in the description of this video, guys. Let me tell y'all something, man. It is definitely the best way to, you know, watch live sports, man. But listen, man. It is time, man. It's time to get into it. We got over 200 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Oh, my God, man. Let me get my shout-outs. My God, Mr. Cold-Blooded is in a place, man. Cream corn. Yes, sir. It's here, baby. And this is how we should go. Number 1, Mendoza. 2, Fitzgerald or Ramsey. Or Jakobi Lane. Number 4, Eric Gentry. 5, linemen from Notre Dame, all solid players. My dog, Cream Corn, in the place to be, man. Oh, my God. Like I give you, bold take, we trade back at 30 with Miami. Spy traded last year. He trades up this year if a guy falls. Look, my dog, favorite flavor of wings, about to buy some. Yes, Miko. Miko, you already know, my brother. My dog, Shalib, gifted 20 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships to the masses. Happy draft day to all of y'all. He just rained down slappies on everybody. Raining down on, I mean, my God, man. Raining them down on the masses. So, guys, we got to get into this, man. I mean, listen, thank you to my brother Shalib, man. Always supporting the channel. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Look, so, guys, we got to get into this, man, right? Because we're pretty much feeling like the Raiders are going to definitely take Mendoza, right? The draft kind of gives the Raiders a chance to kind of put the exclamation point or the period at the end of the sentence, man. You know, the Raiders are in a situation where they need a strong haul coming out of this draft, man. They really have no margin for error. Really no margin for error, man. They need to get this thing turned around. They have the #1 pick. There's a lot going on, man. And look, the Raiders have revamped this team, right? From top to bottom. You know, new coach, new everything, right? They clean house. They, you know, Spy Tech came in, did his thing. Fired Pete Carroll, hired Clint Kubiak. They entered free agency with more money to spend than any team in the National Football League. They used the money to have, you know, in my estimation, if not the best free agency, one of them, right? So now, you know, the Raiders roster really, really improved, and now it is time for them to go out there and fill in the gaps with this draft, man. We improved the coaching staff. We all know what time it is. We got a bunch of proven vets all up and down, right? And if they're going to go and really build this roster in a real way, You know, teams that win football games fill their roster in with players that they drafted, man. And this is the thing, man. You know, if Mendoza is going to be successful, they are going to have to make sure that they go out there now that they've located the quarterback. Hopefully they located the quarterback. They're going to have to go out there and try to get themselves another receiver. They're going to have to go out there and go get themselves some defensive players. They are really, really going to have to really focus in on getting value, man. You know, we have to fix that defensive backfield, right? There's other positions on offensive line, maybe another linebacker or two. Like, they have to go out there in a real way and address some of this stuff, man. So this draft is one of these ones, man, that to me, man, I am on fire. I can't wait into the draft, man. Salute to my guy Kenny Mack. It's about to go down. I gotta say it like Jay-Z. It's about to go down. I think today, outside of the first pick, anything can happen. The crazy part is no one knows what's up Spy Tech's sleeve. Brother, you know what's funny? I think a big place for the Raiders, and I wanted to get into this, for the Raiders to move back into the first round if they so chose, was with the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Clint Kubiak has that. He has that relationship. He has people in that building, right? John Snyder and Mike McDonald. And if you look at Seattle, Seattle is a team that only has 4 picks in this draft, fresh off the Super Bowl. And they would probably do better with any pick in another round that's not theirs, because they went to the Super Bowl and they won it. They're picking last in every round. So I got a feeling, man, that if you're looking for a spot, somebody mentioned Miami earlier in the chat. I can definitely see the Raiders moving back up at 32 because the cost will be minimal, because the first round pick, you know, at 32 is essentially a second rounder. So now if you do trade, you might be able to get that done for 2 picks this year and 1 next year, right? You might be able to get that done with 36, right? And then giving them a 4th rounder and something next year. You might be. And shout out to my brother Hug D's in the place to be. It's been confirmed on several shows and from Mendoza himself. Brady is going to mentor him. Hard pause and not be nice. To know the GOAT is going to teach our young buck everything. Many didn't think Tom would do that. I mean, bro, the thing I worry about is that coaches coach, players play, owners own, right? If he can be in the film room with him and help him out along with Kirk Cousins, that's something that I am here for, right? But is Tom Brady's brand of mentoring the same as Michael Jordan's was with Kwame Brown, right? The Brady Michael Jordan kind of comparison from an ownership perspective is very interesting. It's something that we need to get into, right? Hug D, salute to you. I don't know, man. I have a feeling that, you know, I don't know how excited I am for this kid's idol to be mentoring him in that way, right? Like, and it all depends, right? Like, does he have the intestinal fortitude to deal with that? Does he have the intestinal fortitude to deal with that? Salute to everybody out there, yo. And Mendoza he's a Mendoza of order. He is a man of order, man. Salute to men of order, yo. Let me tell y'all something. If you guys want some improvement in the boardroom, the classroom, the gym, or the bedroom, going over to menoforder.com, use code WASTED to get your all natural supplements, man. Salute to my guy, Milo Lomain. Be aggressive. Trade back into the first round. Cooper, Boston, Proctor, even as high as Makai Lemon. See, this is the thing. I don't necessarily know whether or not the Raiders should trade that high up into the first round, right? Because if you do that, what are you giving up to get there? What exactly are you giving up to get there, right? And are these guys transcendent players that you would want to do that for? I love Proctor, man. You know, I think Proctor's a beast. To me, he was my favorite left tackle in this draft, right? But the thing is what is going to be the cost? What's the dollar cost average to move back into the first round? right? Do you need to do that for Mekhi Lemon and all these guys? Well, you got some of these guys that are going to be available in the second and third round that might give you similar production. You know, so it's I don't necessarily know if I dig getting that aggressive and mortgage in the future when you got so many holes in this team to fill. You got a lot of holes on this team to fill, man. A lot. Guys, today we're going to do our final mock draft before the draft. And we're going to go over some stories that's trending out there. I know you guys might smack me, but I have to cover something that I heard about Maxx. We're going to talk about that. And everybody who received a Raider Nation Unlimited membership from the great Shalib, man, put a 1 in the chat and thank our brother Shalib for making the Wasted Talent Army grow in droves, y'all. Salute to my guy J-Ro. Wasted. You should come on down to the gulags. We've been waiting on you. What y'all gonna do, man? Y'all trying to bust a move on me in the yard? Like, come on now, J-Ro. Listen, man, you gotta understand something, man. I got the keys to the gulags, brother. So listen, if y'all want to tumble, y'all want to rumble, if you guys want rumble, then let that man rumble. Yo, Roll Tide Nation, salute, Wasted. Been a while since I caught you live. Been a while since you've been in the place, man. My God, man. And that is what she said. Bangs to the zizzle. But yo, if the Cowboys send 12 and 20, I do it in a heartbeat. I don't think they'll send both first, though. So what do you mean? Are you talking about the Cowboys to get to number 1? Dog, listen, man. No freaking way. Or are you guys talking about Maxx, right? Look, man. We got to talk about it, y'all. There are still rumblings, y'all, about Maxx Crosby possibly being traded during the draft, y'all. There's still rumblings, man. Now, I gotta ask y'all, man. You know, and I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. How would you guys feel if that happened right now? Because look, man, I personally think that Maxx is gonna be here this season, but there's been so many what ifs. There's been so much smoke around Maxx, you know. But over an hour ago, you know, insider floated a hint that the Raiders and Cowboys are discussing a Maxx trade, y'all. You know, the Raiders had 2 teams willing to trade for Maxx Crosby, and it was the Raiders and the Cowboys. And Jeremy Fowler has reported that, you know, the day after Baltimore deal was announced, the Ravens were willing to give up 2 first-round picks. The Cowboys simply were not, you know, they were low-key devastated, man. This is from Jeremy Fowler, right? They really wanted Maxx Crosby. They were eyeing him for months, but they just had a tipping point. It was a first-round pick and a second-round pick. They tried to involve a veteran player or 2 to sweeten the deal, but the Raiders didn't want to do that. So, you know, they simply wanted to draft you and have draft picks. And you know, to me, you know, the way we all feel, that's what we want. But in the 9th hour, you know, the report didn't seem like a big deal, right? Because, you know, there was a thought that Crosby was headed to the Ravens, and it kind of felt like it was water under the bridge. It felt like the Cowboys were just letting their fans know that they was out there and they were active in the Maxx Crosby market. But like now, this could really be a thing, right? And Crosby is still with the Raiders. And there are a lot of people that believe that his status with the organization hasn't changed. As much as the team and the players have been letting on about, you know, how much they love having him back. Let me tell you something, man. It's the day of the draft, right? And today, Trey Wingo really had an interesting series of statements. Now, this is from the Raider Ramble. He said, speaking of the Cowboys, let me throw a scenario at you, Wingo said. I'm not saying this is a conversation they are having in Frisco, but I'm also not saying it's not a conversation they're having in Frisco. And they talk about Frisco, Texas. Wingo said, would you be willing to trade the 12th and the 20th pick in the first round to the Raiders for Maxx Crosby? This will be hilarious on some level, right? If this were to transpire, all the drama and Maxx is a Raven, well, welcome back, and then we'll love shipping you off again. Now, listen, 12 and 20, I'd have to entertain that. I'm not going to lie. Now, this is the thing, man. Jay Glazer also put out a report that there's going to be a lot of movement and a lot of trades, right? And that there's a trade that he knows about that he can't talk about. So to me, that kind of means that, you know, there might be some legs to this. You know, Jay Glazer was also the one who put out a lot of the stuff with Maxx Crosby too, right? And then they walked a lot of that stuff back. But what do y'all think about that, man? Yo, my guy Yorkshire, you think Max will get traded tonight? I don't know, Yorkshire. Anything's possible, bro. Like I told y'all before. If they can get 2 first-round picks, I can see it happening, bro. And the mock draft is about to happen soon, sooner than you think, man. My dog Kenny Mack is in the place. For 12 and 20, yes. 12 and a 27 pick, yes. If Makai Lemon is available at 12 and the Cowboys offer first, I probably would do it. I mean, look, everybody says it's just media speculation, right? But yo, you guys always say this, and then you get your feelings hurt when you find out that it's actually a thing and that was actually something that's being discussed. Like, take the Raider glasses off. Take the glasses off for real. Take them off. Take the glasses off. Now, Graham Cam is saying the Raiders knew that the Cowboys had 12 and 20th all offseason. They could have made it happen a long time ago. But see, I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys are the ones that are not agreeable to doing this. I think at the time, the Cowboys didn't want to part with both of their first rounders. And I think that now, based off of the way free agency went and how they view this draft, the Cowboys could think that Maxx Crosby is the piece that could get them to the Super Bowl. They think, you know, they traded away Micah Parsons. The Cowboys could feel like Maxx Crosby is the piece. They could feel like it is the piece. Like, and bro, listen, we got to talk about this. Like, I believe that where there's smoke, there's fire. Nobody's committed to nothing. Like, listen, man, they've already took the seal off of the bottle. They've taken the bloom off the rose. Like, yo, there are two things that we know here, right? Before, what we would always get, that we'd always get the whole, hey, man, you know, Max wants to be a Raider for life. He'll never go anywhere. Then he asked for a trade. Then, when the Raiders will never trade him, and the Raiders said, you know what, fuck it, y'all can have him. So, we know that it's possible. We've seen what happened this offseason, bro. And we saw what the asking price was. It was 2 first-round picks. It's 2 first-round picks. That is the going rate. That's the going rate. So what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think, man? Hey, Ivan Stidham. Look, I don't normally respond to fucking clowns, right? I don't normally do this, right? Because this is not the circus, bro. This is Raider Nation Unlimited. We don't respond to clowns. But at the end of the day, he goes, we're not starting anything. This was reported in the national media. This is reported in the national media, you effing bum. I tell you what I like to start. I like to block punk-ass bums who are so sensitive to where they can't even just hear the effing news. You effing bum. So listen, you don't want to hear it? Get the fuck on, Ivan Stidham. Know who the F asked you to come in here? I've never seen you here before anyway. And don't you be mentioning nobody in my effing chat again, you effing bum. Talking about starting shit. Go say something to ESPN, you effing bum. About to block your punk ass. Don't you get me started. I was just happy because the draft was about to happen. You effing Bob, man, you know what, man, Ivan Stidham? I'm going to say okay to you. I'm going to say, okay, hello, goodbye. We never knew ye. You have been unceremoniously blocked. You're about to be unceremoniously blocked.
Man, you a bitch. You a bitch.
Oh, my God. You effing bum. Yes, you have been just jettisoned from the Raider Nation Unlimited chat for good. The F up out of here. Ivan Jared Stidham, you effing bum. If 12 and 20 is his value, in the Maxx or orthopedic selfie, shelf life is uncertain. Take it to the bank. Milo, listen, man. My ears are open for 2 first-round picks. I'm not saying, just saying. I am not saying, just saying. My ears are open. I'm not saying that I want that to happen. I'm saying it's a possibility, and it has been reported on, and the great and powerful has just let you know about it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Salute to my guy, Justice Sane, brother. Where there's smoke, there's fire. What did he say, D. Cooks? He said a lot. But guess what? He has been blocked forever. Welcome to the gulags. Shoe program, Ivan. I'd hate to see Max leave, but you kind of have to go with the youth movement. Max health is uncertain, has been injured for the last 3 years. Yeah, man. Yes. Yes, but bro, look, man, whether we keep him or whether this is real, it's something that you have to broach and you have to consider. You got to think about it. Because listen, it's Raider first, man. The draft starts at 7. We will be rocking and rolling down the dial. We will be rocking and rolling right here. Stay right here for the draft. It'll be myself, Hammer McHammerstein, and the great and powerful Wasted Talent, along with Graphic Raider. I mean, my God. Oh, I want it to happen. Some of y'all wouldn't take 2 first. That's crazy. I got to look long term. I mean, bro, either which way, bro, the way I look at it is this, man. It's the currency of hope, right? Does the currency of hope outweigh something that's a definite? That's what you got to ask yourself as a fan. Does the currency of hope outweigh the definite? Max did a draft party last year, not this year. I mean, bro, like if you're trying to do the Raider gematria, I feel it. Yo, my guy, Big Vern Loco. Trade Max like your life depended on it. Oh, my God. Vern Loco is doubling down. I mean, what the hell? I mean, sheesh, Vern. You up here shucking and jiving early.
Squee-dabble, day. Squee-dabble, dwee.
You got to chill, Vern. You have got to chill. Yo, Max admitted himself in his most recent podcast that he is on the back 9 of his career, and if the Cowboys offer 2 first, then take it. I don't want to see him go, but I could see it happening. Look, bro, I could see it too. Yeah, nah, bro, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Yo, a lot of people, and Vern, let me know if I'm wrong about this. A lot of people are pissed and they have kind of lost their connection to Max because of him asking to leave. Do you feel that way? I mean, because bro, I don't. Like, I'm okay. Like, I like Max, bro. I'm a big fan, bro. And I you know, look, no matter what happens, right? This scenario that we're speaking of is a scenario that I can wrap my mind around. But you talking 2 first, yeah. You know, it's like, well, shit. Yeah, go. Let's run it, right? Let's run it. But if he stays, there's nothing wrong with having an all-pro guy. Big Vern Loco, I need you to let me know, bro. Is it because he asked out? Do you harbor, like, and yo, y'all in the chat, do you guys harbor hard feelings against Max? Hey, Vern, so Vern, you harbor hard feelings? That's crazy. I mean, look, man. You know, I think this is what we should do, man. I think we need to get we need to get, you know, a Raider Nation Unlimited freaking poll going, man. I'm doing it right now. Boom. Guys, it's in the chat. It's in the streets. It's in the streets. Do you harbor hard feelings about Maxx asking out? Y'all let me know, man. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. The poll is up, y'all. The poll is up. Yes or effing no. Yes or no. And man, yo, I'm telling you right now, y'all, there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot of Raider energy around here. Fernando Mendoza is going to be the pick. The thing that I'm really looking forward to, though, is, you know, what's going to happen as far as are the Raiders going to move back in? And you guys, I see y'all are going crazy about this damn poll, man. Y'all are going crazy. You guys are going crazy on a poll like a damn stripper in Magic City. D Cooks is on the screen. All you got to do is put it. If you put your answer in the chat, 1 or 2, or you can say yes or no, it will register. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. DeMokes is in the place to be. My guy, Big Vern Loco, he said, Flock Nation. That was it for me. Only one nation. Raiders, my dog, Vern Loco. Keeping things in perspective around here. And yo, oh my God, the most disgusting name in YouTube. The most disgusting name in YouTube ever. What the F is wrong with you? You know, I gotta stop putting your comments up. You effing bum you. He was laughing my ass off. You mofos getting emotional about Crosby are funny as F. You right about that third leg. I think it's hilarious, bro. Be honest with you. You know, listen, bro. At the end of the day, this shit is a business, bro. It's a business. I'm not like, bro, that's the reason why, like, wasted. You guys know how I give it up. Y'all know my bop. I don't never get attached to players, and I understand when they went out, and I understand when, you know, the teams want to do, you know, things that are, you know, more advantageous to them from a business perspective. Like, I get it, bro. I get it. People get way too invested. Way too invested. But look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. If the Cowboys are willing to give the Raiders 12 and 20, if they feel like Maxx Crosby is the cherry on top, guess what? Hello, Dallas. Hello. 12 and 20 gets you, man. It gets you a whole effing lot. It gets you a whole effing lot. And I'm going to tell you somebody that if something like this were to happen, right? This gets you a guy like a Malachi Lawrence. It could give you a Mesidor. Akeem Mesidor. Like, guys, a young edge rusher on a rookie deal. Like, to me, no hard feelings, bruh. It's no hard feelings. They say the most Jerry would give up is 12. He might not. You got to understand, it's easier to get over on an owner like Jerry Jones than it is to get over on a GM, because Jerry Jones is the owner of the team. He's going off of emotion. He's not going off of, you know, market evaluation and histrionics and, you know, value and things like that, like a GM. Jerry is actually easier to get over on, because if he's like, oh man, this the Dallas Cowboys, we don't have a pass rusher. Y'all go out there, go get me that boy, Maxx Crosby. Somebody go get my tape measure. Yo, I'm telling y'all right now, yo. I'm telling y'all right now, man. My dog third leg, man. He goes, now, if you ask, were we mad at the Ravens? Then that's a different question. It's forever fuck the Ravens. Yeah, I mean, bro, like even them, right? Like when you really think about it, look, man, like we know how that shit went down. They lost Linderbaum. They like, damn, we lost Isaiah Likely. We how we gonna fill these guys in? We got a defensive end, right? But we don't have any way to really backfill his roster in a real way. When they saw Trey Hendrickson was still out there, they made their move, and I get it, bro. It's all good, man. They said Jerry Jones almost fell on stage with Bill Clinton. Salute to Jerry Jones, man. I mean, what was he trying to do? Did he have his tape measure out? Shiva says, yo, some of y'all probably still crying about your first breakup in middle school. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. There are a bunch of men that are out there as we speak that are still getting over their first heartbreak. I mean, almost every dog in the world that womanizes with women are getting over their first heartbreak in the 7th grade, bro. You are absolutely right. So Dre, do you really want to get rid of our best player on our most important night in over 20 years? Bro, I don't want to get rid of him. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be mad if the Raiders made a move like this. It wouldn't bother me. Wouldn't bother me one bit. Like if they got the 12th pick and the 20th pick, it wouldn't bother me because that would show me what the Raiders are on. They trying to build a young defense. They got a young quarterback. They got a bunch of draft capital, and they're gonna fill this team in with picks. It wouldn't bother me, Sir Dre. I get what you're saying, though. That Stephen Jones, don't do it. Jerry, shut your ass up. But yo, look, this is the thing, right? Nah, UA Mel, you're not blocked. Why would you be blocked? The F is wrong with you, UA Mel. You're never blocked. There's just a lot of people. There's almost 700 in here of you guys in the room getting wasted right now. I mean, UA Mel, listen, hell rail, UA Mel, you ain't never blocked, bro. I mean, you're a bum. You ain't blocked. You have never been. But at the end of the day, y'all, listen. For 2 first, that's a conversation you got to have all day long, y'all. And this is the thing. It's not like the Raiders. It's not like the Raiders are just doing this in a vacuum. It's not like the Raiders are doing him dirty. Like, he asked out. He asked out. And he's back here because he got to be back here. That's the part of it to where I'm very flexible to whatever happens with this. I'm very flexible. Now, this is the thing, yo, getting into this draft, right? Because we kind of got sidetracked with the Maxx thing, right? You know, Ty Simpson is really going to be a guy who really is very polarizing. And he's the guy that is going to shift this draft, because if Ty Simpson goes a lot higher than we think, that means somebody moved up, and or Ty Simpson, people are not expecting him to get picked that high. They're not expecting him to go in the first round, and I think that's going to really upset the apple cart of the draft order. I think that's going to be a real benefit for the Raiders after picking number 1, picking at 36. Telling you right now, I don't know, man. He only wants to be here because he's stuck here. I don't mind if you cut. No, we mean you cut him. You tripping, bro. You were tripping, man. Tripping. And listen, bro, like I told y'all, look, I am a big Maxx fan, bro. Big Maxx Crosby fan. But at the end of the day, when we start talking about dollar cost average, we start talking about value. We start talking about the fact that Maxx Crosby is, at an age where his skill set is going to not rapidly, but it'll start declining. I think that his value will never be higher. His value will never be higher. And I think it's something that if the Cowboys are agreeable to giving up pick 12 and pick 20, or even they first and their second in this year's draft, is something that you have to think about. There's something to talk about. People talking about this Pickens and the 12 pick get the job done. I see, the thing for me is I am never agreeable to paying wide receivers that I didn't draft. Like if I draft a wide receiver and they turn into Devontae Adams or George Pickens, or they turn into Reggie Wayne or somebody like that, I will pay them. I don't like going out on free agency and paying wide receivers. It's never worked out, especially for, one of those combustible kind of personalities like George Pickens. Like if you have a problem with Mike Tomlin and you got a problem with the Steelers, right, and the way they do things over there, how loose it was with Mike Tomlin, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to bring a problem into my building. It's like bringing fleas in your house. It's like bringing roaches in your house. You don't bring like with a young situation like this, a young impressionable quarterback, you don't bring somebody that's volatile and combustible as Pickens in the building. Yo, my guy Demokes, you hype wasted? It's been almost 20 years since we last been in this spot. I was 11 when we picked Jamarcus. Now I'm 30. Damn, time flies. Damn, Demokes, you 30 years old, man. You little young bitch. Be talking trash to me. You only 30 years old, man. I got Jordans older than you. That F up out of here with your crap. Damn, yo. Yeah, man. Yo, you said yawn too. Look, but you saying it's wild. Bro, man, a brother had a rough day today, man. Brother had a rough day today, man. You guys are heartless the way you treat the great and powerful. It's unbelievable, man. You guys are freaking heartless, man. Yeah, man. The most, you little young bitch. Nah, salute to my guy Demokes, man. Salute to my guy Demokes, man. He 30 years old, man. He younger than my nephew, man. Yeah, but look, man, y'all gotta understand something. I say keep Max, cut the paycheck. Max not playing as good as his peak. Still better than 59 of the starters at his position. This is the thing, though. When we look at Max, right, that contract is a home run for the Raiders. When you look at his production, pressures, tone setting, home run for the Raiders, right? But when we talk about where the Raiders are as an organization, that might not be a home run. Now, we don't know how far away we are, right? Like things can turn around really, really quickly for the Raiders. Things are turning around very, very quickly. I think with Fernando Mendoza, how he comes along and all of the things and the moves that we made, I think this organization is going to turn around, right? The thing is that, if the Dallas Cowboys, like I said before, feel like he is the cherry on top, the missing piece, the piece of resistance, then I can see them making this move. If they don't think there's anybody in this draft that can even broach or come close to what he's been doing, I can see the Cowboys making that move. And this just in, George Pickens is signing his franchise tag. So, George Pickens is eligible to be moved. He's eligible to be moved. Yo, salute to all my 40 waters in the place too, man. They said wasted falling asleep at pick number 9 tonight in a group. Man, get the F up out. the whole time. Be rocking and rolling the whole time, y'all. But you know what? I didn't go live yesterday because yesterday was my wife's birthday. And we are celebrating my wife's birthday all weekend. She's got a lot going on. I got a lot going on, but we're gonna be celebrating. Normally I take her away, but this year I didn't. But I want to say on the air, salute to my beautiful wife. Happy birthday to my wife. It's been a very, very long journey. I've spent so many birthdays with her. So many birthdays with her, bro. It's crazy, man. Like, bro, I remember when she turned 21. We had a big party at my apartment. She turned 21. I think she turned 21. We had a party at my apartment and I had a fight party. It was Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis. I think that was the night when Lennox Lewis I think he got Hakeem Rahman back that night, or did he knock Hakeem Rahman knock him out? It was one of the Hakeem Rahman Lennox Lewis fights. We had a big ass party at my apartment. Big ass party, man. Had a great freaking time, bro. But we've been together a long, long time, y'all. A long time. Salute to my lovely, beautiful wife, man. Bro, and the thing is, man, it's been a blessing, bro. It's been a blessing, man. The marriage, the children, the life together, it has been a absolute blessing and a joy, man. So happy birthday to my beautiful wife, man. Beautiful wife, man. Yeah, man. We was young then, man. We was young and happening. Everybody used to come over to the spot. I had my spot. Everybody used to be over there, man. We used to be having a ball, man. Yeah, that was a long ass time ago. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's the queen, definitely, bro. They said, yeah, she turned 21 and wasted turned 38. You get the F up out of here, man. You get the F up out of here. Yeah, but my wife's birthday is Earth Day. And anybody that knows my wife knows that if anybody is Mother Earth, it is her, yo. Talk about you talk about somebody who everybody loves, man. I mean, I don't get too personal about, my family and put my family out there on Front Street like that. But bro, you have no idea, man. My wife is very, very, very loved and respected, and everybody loves my wife, man. Everybody. She is, I mean, the best decision I ever made. Oh, your son yesterday too. Oh, that's dope. Hug D's. Salute to Hug D's Jr., man, turning 21. He can finally have a beer with you, my brother. Can finally have a beer with you, my brother. My man Doug, he said he met his wife doing WrestleMania 3. Wow, Andre the Giant, yo. Yeah, man. But yo, you know what's crazy, y'all? Crazy thing is, man, I low key feel like I need to talk to you guys about our wonderful sponsor, man. I got to talk to y'all about our wonderful, wonderful sponsor. And our wonderful sponsor is Prize Picks, man. Our wonderful sponsor is Prize Picks. Man, you guys, let me tell y'all something, man. When you start talking about Prize Picks, man, when you start talking about Prize Picks, man, you're talking about, some of the absolute best, some of the absolute best when you start talking about, experiences watching sports. I mean, for real, man. Some of the absolute freaking best. You know what, guys? And I want to show you guys something, man. Hold on. I want to show y'all something. And you know what's funny? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys pretty soon. I'm gonna show you guys pretty soon. We're gonna get more into this, and I am going to get through this. My guy, Filthy Animals. Let's be real. There is not a given few first round picks in the same draft. Who did you think he is? Mike Ditka? No, I mean, bro, stuff happens, man. Stuff happens, bro. Like that is the way things go in the draft era, man. Yo, my dog UA Mel, man. Wide receiver is not a need. Kubiak has success with JSN and a bunch of decent players. He doesn't need all pro players to have a good O. What he does need is a defense, bro. I think that UA Mel, I think that what you need is you need to make sure that no matter who you have, right? No matter whether it is, whether it's a wide receiver, whether it's a linebacker, no matter what, you got to make sure that the player that you pick is an impactful pick. You got to make sure you hit on that pick. Salute to Men of Order. This draft is sponsored by Men of Order as well, y'all. And we're going to have some Men of Order branding. We got some Raider branding too, man. Some Raider branding, yo. But, bro, like I said, UA Mel, you got to understand something, bro. It's about getting a pick right no matter what position you pick, whether it is, safety, whether it's linebacker, whether it's defensive tackle, offensive guard, offensive tackle, whether it's a wide receiver. We need all of this. Our wide receiver room, we got a lot of potential, but it's a bottom third unit. We do need a wide receiver. I don't know why anybody would say we don't. We do need safeties. We do need a defensive tackle. We need it all, bro. We need a quarterback. I mean, goddamn, like everybody acts like the Raiders are a ready-made product. You got people saying, oh, they're not ready to draft a quarterback. Then you got people saying, they can't. There's no reason to draft a wide receiver. Oh, they need offensive linemen. Then you go on and spend, a record-setting amount for Tyler Linderbaum, and that's not enough. And then last year you take 2 linemen, and that's not enough. And then you have DJ Glaze, and that's not enough. And you got Jordan Meredith, who showed that he could play at a high level, and that's not enough. Like, come on, man. You do need wide receivers, bro. I mean, come on now. You do. You definitely need that, bro. And it's the day we've all been waiting for. So no matter what happens, I am agreeable and happy to it. Yeah, could you do me a favor? I need my phone charger and a cup of coffee, if you don't mind. Thank you, sweetheart. But Joe, I'm telling you right now, you can move. And like everybody says, look, like we discussed earlier in this show, right? And I don't want to lose the plot here because I've been kind of going all over the place. I'm excited it's the draft, right? Salute to my brother, Big Mike. Move back into the first to get Boston. Let's get aggressive. I don't think you got to move into the first to get Denzel Boston, bro. I really, Big Mike, I really don't. Big Mike, are you home, bro? Big Mike, are you home, brother? Are you home? Big Mike, if you're home, let me know, brother. Let me know, Big Mike. Yo, my guy, Kale Belt, 860-40. What's your thoughts on Kentucky running back Dixon Meyers? I haven't really done any work on him, bro. I don't really have an opinion on Dixon Meyers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really think that that's a joke, and you're trying to say dicks in your ass, But listen, bro, if that's something that you like, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you, bro. I mean, listen, cable belts, if that's something that you like, that's cool, bro. Cable, you little bitch. Dixon my ass. Bro, that's funny, bro. You got me. Yo, you know what, bro? Salute to you, bro. That's the first time somebody got me like that. You got me. Cable belts, you fucking bum, yo. And I hate the curse, bro. But you know what I'm gonna do, yo? Thank you for the $2 slap a room. But yo, go to the gulags for that. You don't ever do that to me, you effing bum. You my guy Trucker Mark. Rest in peace to Rob Martin. Yes, definitely, bro. Rest in peace to the great Rob Martin, yo. Hey, Bodega. I got something for you to clip. Yeah, he got me, Rosetown. He got me. You don't give anybody any fucking ideas, Bodega. You get up out of here. Damn, yo, they got me like Moe's Tavern, bro. Bodega. How many fucking bodegas do you have? How many, yo, he's got like 5 accounts, bro. It's ridiculous. Dicks in my yo, that's crazy, bro. How y'all gonna do your brother wasted like that, man? Y'all doing me dirt, man. Doing me dirty, man. It's crazy, yo. I'm trying to get y'all a good show. Yeah, no, look, we .convict. We were talking about the Maxx Crosby smoke. Listen, if it's for 12 and 20, we with it. I don't have no problem with it. I got no problem with it, bro. Look, man, there's a lot gonna happen in this draft, bro. And I really feel like there's some people that are higher on this draft, and I believe there's certain teams like the Cowboys that might be like, yo, this draft ain't got what we need. This draft ain't got what we need, man. Look, I see Kansas City being aggressive. I see Philadelphia being aggressive. I see Seattle being in a situation where they might want to get more draft capital. But yo, there are some guys on the Raiders besides, you know, Max that I could see being dealt away this draft day or in his draft season. Trey Tucker is one that I could see being gone. Now, you know, I heard that. Thank you, sweetheart. I heard that Trey Tucker, you know what I'm saying, is loved by Clint Kubiak, but there's a possibility if they get another wide receiver that room could get a little crowded for Trey Tucker right now. I like Trey Tucker, and I think that Trey Tucker really needs to get a quarterback that he can really depend on. You know, I think that Trey Tucker, if he had a better situation where, you know, and I'm not going to just blame Geno, bro, because Geno was in a situation last year, bro, if we being honest, like, you know, a lot of us is like, we didn't like Geno's answers. We didn't like his body language and stuff like that. And I get it. Like I get it. You know what I'm saying? Geno really, if we being honest, right? Geno definitely, man, was not he didn't exemplify what you would want when you start talking about, you know, a quarterback. And I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about, you know, just on the field, bro. I'm talking about off the field. I'm talking about as a leader. Like, Geno really did not exemplify the kind of conduct that you would want to see from a starting quarterback. And I think that's the reason why there's a lot of hard feelings with Geno. But at the end of the day, man, oh my God, this is gross. You know, Trey Tucker is a guy that I could see being moved, bro. Now, this is a guy that was drafted several regimes ago, right? So I could see him being moved. Now, he has some ability, but Jalen Nailor's on the team, right? And it kind of feels like them two guys are kind of very similar guys. And I could see Aiden O'Connell being moved. In a very weak quarterback draft, I could see a team that is very, very needy going after him. I could definitely see that happening. I could definitely see that happening, y'all. Be honest with you. I definitely can. And I can see Tyree Wilson being moved as well, yeah. Yo, my guy KK King with the $10 slappy, man. Yes, we need a wide receiver, but I don't want a wide receiver until at least the third round. How much high-end draft capital are we going to spend on offensive skill positions? We haven't picked a defender high in 3 years. Yo, King K, yeah, I get that, right? But see, I think that the offseason that we had, right? If you look at the offseason we had, offensive line, defense. Like we went heavy on defense. Went heavy on defense. So for me, I'm not in a situation where I would be mad about them going out there and going just BPA all the way through. You know, they improved this linebacker room. They went out there, they got Quiddy Pay. They went out, got Jakobi Dean. Like they went out there and they got their slot and Johnson. Like, dude, they went out there and they did the Lord's work. So I don't listen, man. I'm like, for me, bro, it's about the right player. It's not really about a position, because for too long, sometimes when you look at some of these Raiders, bro, I think the Raiders have always kind of got like a little bit of sight blindness. Like I remember like when Ed Reed came out, they passed on Ed Reed. Ed Reed was one of the best players in college football. They passed on him for what? You know, they passed on Gronk. You know, like they didn't pass on Gronk, but it was like a trade made or whatever. I don't think they had a draft pick that year. Fucking, you know, Calvin Johnson, because they need a quarterback, but he's the best player in the draft. Robert Gallery, but you pass on Larry Fitzgerald, you pass on Ben Roethlisberger, or, you know, getting Stanford Route or Fabian Washington and not drafting Aaron Rodgers. Like, I just want the Raiders to, whoever the player is, if he's a stud, even if you have a player that's good at that position, just draft him and make it work. Just draft him and make it work, yo. Yo, only here because I received a text that you fell for the oldest dick joke in the world. The thing is, yo, when you say dick jokes, Graphic Raider comes a running. I don't know why the F you're here, Graph. Go take your beanhead ass back. You and Hammer, you guys can do whatever it is you're doing to each other down there and just get ready for the live later, you effing bum. Now, Graph, listen. I have to put you in the gulags because nobody asked you to come over here with your crap. You just been blocked, Graph, for the remainder of this episode. Effing bum. Graphic hater. The F up out of here. And Bodega Raider, you damn right I'm a dictator. You're a dictator. You effing bum. The issue is the Raider roster has been so bad. We need day 3 players to start and be leaders. Bro, I think everybody in the NFL is looking for value no matter where you get it. Everybody's looking for value. Everybody's like, bro, people want to get value in day 3. Like, they're not drafting these guys for their health. And that's what you need, really, from a value standpoint, when you have a hard cap sport. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry your ugly face about me, Rosetown. You effing bum, you. Don't you worry about me. Don't you effing worry about me. But yeah, man, let me tell y'all something, man. There's a lot going on here, man. There is a lot going on here, man. A lot. Tell you what, man. I tell you what, man. So let me ask y'all a question, man. What do you guys think about all of this? What do you guys thinking, man? Are you guys thinking that that the Raiders are gonna move up? Are you guys thinking that the Raiders should get back into the first round? Do you think that the Raiders should move up? Like, what do y'all think, man? What are y'all thinking, man? What the F are you guys thinking, man? What are you guys thinking? I tell you guys what, man. I'm up here in a place to be, man. I'm trying to get you guys ready to rock and roll here. I'm ready to get you. I'm trying to get you guys ready to rock and roll here, man. That is exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you guys ready for this damn draft, man. Salute to my guys. My guy Demokes, don't feel bad, Wasted. I got graphed with Dix Insider when I first started watching this chat. You get the F up out of here with your crap. Mila Lomain with the $10 slapper-room. So much disrespect of Aiden's life work. Great man, reliable QB2. Second rounder is his value. Up the super chat to drop this tape. Nah, bro, I don't think you can. I don't think that you can. If you are a team, right? I don't think that you really could. I don't think that there's a world where you can bring Aiden O'Connell to your team for a second round pick. I don't. This is a guy that's never really been a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not something that good teams, for good football teams do, man. I'm sorry. Now, I love Aiden O'Connell. I think he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a hard worker. You know, I'm a real big Aiden O'Connell guy. Like I really like Aiden O'Connell, but Aiden O'Connell was a 4th round pick. Aiden O'Connell was a 4th round pick who's never really had much starting. He hasn't had really much starting, experience. It's not like he's won a lot in the National Football League, guys. You know, and I do like Aiden O'Connell. I do, but I'm not giving up no second round pick for the dude. But guys, listen. Guys, listen. But before I lose the plot here, right? Before I lose the plot here, because look, what we got to do is here, we got to talk about Prize Picks. We got to talk about Prize Picks, y'all. Salute the Prize Picks, our gracious sponsor here. The best sports app in America. Now, if you guys look, man, it's so easy, man. All you got to do is do less or more, yes or no. You know what I mean? It's the best way to watch sports, right? You can go on in there and say, hey, who's the number 2 pick? Arvell Reese. You can check who's number 3, yes or no. Very, very easy, y'all. Very, very easy. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Go and use code HMA. Play $5 to get 50 instantly in lineups. Like I said once before, the link is in the chat. It is the best way to watch sports, man. The number 1 sports app in America. It is Prize Picks, and it is your gracious sponsor for this live, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Tell them Wasted Talent sent you, man. Tell them Wasted sent you, man. I mean, like your life effing depended on it, y'all. Like your life depended on it. My God, let me get back to the chat. Graf, you get the F up out of here, man. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You effing bum. Yo, Wasted. Name one player that's going to fall in the draft. I don't necessarily know, but it's funny. I haven't really been hearing, and I don't see any reason why he would, but Carnell Tate is a guy that, like, everybody says he's the consensus number 1 receiver, but there's a lot of guys like Omar Cooper and, it's a lot of players. You're starting to hear a lot of Jordan Tyson. You know, you're starting to hear a lot of Makai Lemon. You're starting to hear. I think that Carnell Tate is a guy that could possibly, you know, look, to me, he's a top 10 guy, right? He's a top 10 guy, but he's a guy that if you are receiver needy team early in the draft, he is a guy that I could possibly see not necessarily cutting the mustard in a sense, right? I can see him being a guy that could possibly fall. Seriously, I could see him being a guy that could fall to the back of the draft. Seriously. And this whole, you know, look, man, we're not trying to turn it around in one season, bro. Like, we're trying to turn it around, period. My guy, DeMokes, don't feel bad wasted. I got wasted with grab with Dixon. Yeah, I know, whatever. But look, guys, real quick, right? We got great times upon us, y'all. Anthony Ramos, wasted. We out here looking forward to big things from Spy and the gang this draft. All the way from Nicaragua. Salute to my brother Anthony Ramos from Nicaragua, yo. Salute. But guys, you know what's crazy, man? I think that it's time for the final wasted mock. The final wasted talent mock, y'all. We're going to do the final wasted talent mock. We're going to get off the air, and we will be back at y'all with, you know, we're going to be streaming the whole first round. But we're going to do the wasted talents final mock draft, y'all. The final mock draft for the mock season, man. So we're on the clock. We're not screwing around here, man. We're not screwing around. We're taking Fernando Mendoza, y'all. We're taking Fernando Mendoza. Now, this is if everything goes boilerplate, y'all. Everything goes boilerplate. So, look. You got, you know, Peter Woods, you know, Concepcion, Pounds, Lee Hunter, but Chris Johnson, right? And this is, you know, for me, right? If Chris Johnson's there at 36, you know, we need to improve that defensive secondary. And like my man was saying, man, like King was saying, yo, we have to go and address this defense. I'm going Chris Johnson, bro. Aga Benson is there too, right? But then, yo, so we did what we had to do. Josiah Trotter is one of my favorite players in this draft, right? One of my favorite players in this draft. We got Big Citrus, but I'm gonna take my guy Dominique Orange. Big Citrus, man. Big Citrus in a place to be. So look, we know what we need, right? We need some defense here. We need some defense. We need some wide receivers. We need a lot going on here, man. We got our corner, right? We got our defensive tackle. It's time for us to go wide receiver. I think you got to go wide receiver, right? Now, we might be a little early on receiver, right? So what I'm going to do is I am going to be smart. Let me see where my safety class is, because like I said, man, this defense is in trouble, right? We need to get some defensive help. I'm going to get my guy Bud Clark. To me, he's the best coverage safety in this draft. So, look, we're still here. Reggie Vigil. Look, we're going to go get Jakobi Lane out of USC. We're going to get Jakobi Lane, right? So, look, we went out there. We did our thing. We got some guys like Nicholas Singleton. We're going to get Nick Singleton, y'all. We got our running back up for Ashton Genty, right? Then we're going to go out there and get our guy Mil Wagner. So we got our offensive lineman. So right now, all of our picks, we got Fernando Mendoza, our quarterback of the future. Chris Johnson, our number one corner of the future. We got us a big space-eating defensive tackle in the middle of the draft. We got a starting safety, starting wide receiver, backup running back, right tackle of the future. Now that leaves us a lot to be desired here, y'all. It leaves a lot to be desired, man. you know, we can pretty much do what we need to do, right? We could pick BPA, we can go for positions. So we got us a corner, we got us a safety, we got us a defensive tackle, we got us a wide receiver, a running back, an offensive tackle. So yo, we could just go crazy here, man. We can go, we can see what wide receivers are left, right? Kedrick Law, Key, Kobe Young. Damn, my guy's gone from damn it. My guy from Oklahoma's gone. I love that kid from Oklahoma, man. He reminds me of freaking Antonio Brown, yo. The kid from Oklahoma is a beast, man. But see, now we're in a situation, right? We can double up. We can get some help in the safety room. Lorenzo Styles is a really good player, man. You know what I'm saying? We can go out there. I think, you know, what we haven't done is we haven't addressed the linebacker room. We get us a young linebacker, Harold Perkins, right? Now we can go Bishop Fitzgerald. We can go Xavion, right? Good kick returner. Dane Key. I'm going to be honest with you guys. VJ Payne is good, right? I'm going to go Lorenzo Styles for name recognition. I like Lorenzo Styles. He got a lot of talent. And then guess what? I'm going to get me my guy Oscar Delp, one of the best tight ends in this draft. And we're going to go out there, and then we have a trade chip, and maybe we can make a Michael Meyer trade. But yo, what do y'all think about this B+ draft? But I think this is my final mock draft. If this were to happen, I would love this. I would love this. Malachi Lawrence, man. I wish Malachi Lawrence was available, bro. I really do. I really, really, really wish that Malachi Lawrence was available, man. Skylar Bell, round 2 or 3. I think Skylar Bell's going to get taken in round 2, bro. I don't think Skylar Bell makes it to round 3. Skylar Bell's a beast, man. That was the final mock draft, y'all. UA Mel gave me an A. If UA Mel gave me an A, I know it was an A. I know it was an A if UA Mel gave me an A. But guys, listen. Love every single one of y'all. Pull back up in exactly a half an hour. No more mocks. Thank you, Big Mike Raiders in the place. Canetown Raiders in the place. Canetown Raider, man. What is the deal, man? My brother, man. Canetown, man. Looking like a thick bag of groceries, man. It's like, nah, that's my dog, man. Yo, where the F is Canetown been, man? You big pound cake shoulder up. Hey, nah. But y'all, listen, man. I'm going to get up out of here at 6:30. Pull back up at 7. The Shieldmore crew will be rocking. Grappling Wasted, Hammer. They are down there in Texas doing the bull dance and feeling the flow. And guess what, guys? This stream has been sponsored by Prize Picks. You guys have a terrific, terrific night. Love every single one of y'all. We will see you guys in a few minutes, man. We are out of here, baby. We are out of here, baby.